Well, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to a live vlog. We're gonna go ahead and jump right into it. Good evening. Welcome to a late night live vlog. I got some real life updates I want to talk about. I was going to stream something tonight, but I figured this might be easy way to do things. So hopefully you guys had a happy Halloween here in 2021 as of this recording. We had some great Halloween streams. Some cool costumes. Of course, we had Wolf Kenny show up a little bit, and it was pretty cool, man. We had a great night stream and a great midday stream. I apologize if I'm weird tonight. I just literally got home from work. My back is acting up again, but making it through it. So, and that's actually what this vlog is about. Essentially, let me make an adjustment. So yeah, okay. Yesterday, I had about a 7-hour drive. My folks took me to Tyler. I had a doctor's appointment to get the paperwork done for my accommodation at work for my back. They did some x-rays. They did some additional stuff. Did a updated physical from February. And bittersweet. There's good news and there's potentially bad news on my part. And I've got a lot going on with my back. I mean, a lot going on with my back. Number one, there's a scoliosis, which is the curve in my spine. Notably, I recently put up a vlog where I was showing off x-rays of my back, and I took them down just because I guess I kind of felt they were a little personal, but it showed a curve in my spine. My right hip is higher than my left hip, so that's causing sciatica, because basically my spine is curving to the left, and since my right hip is higher, they're meeting and putting pressure, which is causing my sciatica. So I have a limp, I have scoliosis, and I have sciatic, which the limp is on my right side. I'm currently having problems with my right hip muscles. Come to find out, I also have muscular damage that I have to heal over the next few weeks. I'm not gonna lie, I had some things lined up in my personal life that is now getting canceled because my back is being a cock block for all intents and purposes in ways. But it's also meeting up with friends and not being able to go out and do stuff. So on top of all that, I've also been diagnosed with osteoarthritis. I was blown away. I'm not gonna lie. Thankfully, it's a small section in my spine. I forget where exactly it's at, but it's in my upper lumbar, around the, I want to say C3 to C5, somewhere around there. I mean, look, I'll be honest. I nearly broke down crying because not only do I now have to deal with psoriatic arthritis, but now I've also got to deal with osteoarthritis, scoliosis, sciatic, Hashimoto's disease. I'm 36, you know? It was overwhelming to hear an additional medical condition thrown on my chart. But essentially, you can even see it in the x-rays. My spine, the channels around the part where the osteoarthritis is building, it's eroding away. And it's part of what's been causing my problem, my back pain. It's leading, to other stuff. So, but with that, there's a good thing. I've lost weight. I've been working on it. I told you I've been working on it. I actually have lost weight. I've lost about 20 pounds in the last 3 months, give or take. And that's a good thing, because my doctor, you know, I asked him straight up. I was like, look, I already got to deal with one type of arthritis in my hands and in my right hip. What do I expect with this osteoarthritis? I mean, what am I doing here? Because honestly, I got enough going on. What now do I have to worry about? You know. And she was straight up. She said, you know, as you get older, it's probably going to get tougher. It's probably going to get worse. Work on your sitting and standing while you can. And you know, it will progress. There hopefully will not come a point where I need surgery. But there have been, you know, cases where people have had to get bones grafted or, you know, plates in their back. And that just scares me, because the only open surgery I've ever had was dental. That was when I had most of my teeth removed to get dentures. And I gotta say straight up, I feel like mentally, I'm a fairly strong individual despite my struggles mentally. I think I'm spot on, you know. I'm not perfect in it, but 90%, 95%, maybe 98, mentally freaking champion, you know. But it seems like genetically, physically, I got the wrong end of the deal. With everything going on with me, man. And but again, the scariest part is getting older. The scariest part is facing all this at my age, and I'm not even in my 40s yet. I'm only mid-30s. It's so fucking scary, man. Oh, hey, Riolu. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah. How's your neck going? Hopefully you're doing good. But yeah, so I mean that's the scariest part of all this, man, is that like seems like every year I keep getting something piled on medically. You know, I can't escape it. My back especially is a house of cards, and it tends to shuffle, and it's like, okay, what are we gonna do this week? Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Oh, nerve pain. That's an oldie but a goodie. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Ah, pulled muscle. There you go, buddy. You know, it's just like, man. Speaking of muscles, the muscle damage I'm looking at is it'll heal. It'll heal, but essentially, no long road trips, which put a damper in my personal life, like I mentioned before. I gotta sleep a certain way. I gotta sit a certain way. And I can't see. Here's the thing: like when I sleep, I throw my weight around. I flop like a Magikarp. I'm all over the place. And it makes it tough. That fact of it makes it tough having a partner in the bed with me, because I'm always afraid that I'm gonna flop over and maybe hit him in the eye or something by accident. And oh, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Just got home from work. Well, hopefully work was good. Speaking of which, how's your voice doing? Because I know you were talking like Mario all day. Hopefully you're recovering okay. Yeah, so that's my sleeping thing. So part of where the muscle damage comes in is how I sleep and how I toss and turn and the way my spine is, because that extra effort I put into turning over causes my spine, at least the way the doctor put it, causes my spine to pull one way while my hip is pulling another, and it hyperextends it almost. It's like this is design they did. Like, normally your muscles are only supposed to go so far, but because of my weight and because I'm flopping, honestly, I'm surprised I don't break more beds. It's pulling it, and it's crazy. Quite well. I'm used to voice, a few voice acting tricks. The voice is back to normal. Cool. Glad to hear it. Glad you're not sore anymore. because it is the season for getting, you know, sore throats and whatnot. So, so there's that. The osteoarthritis sucks. It's a new diagnosis. But, you know, it is what it is. I got to take care of myself. And, you know, honestly, straight up, look, I'm a gamer. I'm a nerd. Late teens, throughout most of my 20s, I sat in front of a computer all the time, hunched, typed, played, especially World of Warcraft, especially Diablo. You know, when I was a kid, I would sit in front of a TV playing, and, you know, I did it to myself. I mean, yeah, it is genetics, but it's also a mix of, you know, not watching myself as I grew up. And I had a friend comment. They didn't mean anything by it, but they said, "Do you blame your parents?" I was like, "Why would I blame my parents?" And my parents did the best they could for me. They couldn't watch every aspect of my life and correct every little thing, you know. For example, my parents told me to brush my teeth growing up. I didn't. I didn't refuse to. I got lazy and would only do it every so often. You combine that with my genetics, and I lost my teeth for a reason. You know, I could have done a better job. But I didn't. And, you know, for years I paid for it. So now with my back and my posture throughout the years, obviously scoliosis, the way it was put to me, my scoliosis is hereditary. And the arthritis could be multiple factors. It could be the psoriatic arthritis that's turned and developed one way. It could be due to that, but they've qualified it as osteoarthritis because of the location of my back. It's all over the place. So, you know, there are certain life factors. If you don't take care of yourself growing up, it leads to this kind of shit, you know, and you pay for it. You pay for it. I've always counted myself as a wise guy, but a wise dude. But you know, when it came to stuff like this, I didn't think. I thought I was too young for it to matter. But you know, when you combine, you know, straight up kind of bad genetics with bad form, bad posture, bad health habits, nope, equals epic loss on some level. So it's pretty crazy. So you know, you gotta watch yourself growing up. You gotta take care of yourself. And thankfully, I mean, look, this could be worse. I could be catching all this while I'm in my mid 40s to 50s, and then what hope do I have? You know, and then what hope do I have? But I'm mid 30s and I'm catching it. It sucks to be diagnosed with all this, but I'm getting it looked at. You know, I'm getting it called out, medicated, as it were, and I still have time to work on this before potentially I could become immobile because of my back problems. You know, that's always a possibility. Especially if you let this shit go and you don't do anything about it. That's why it's always so important to keep an eye on yourself and get looked at if you can, when you can. Because this shit, it can get heavy, man. And it's life altering too. Dad, one thing I've always feared is diabetes. Because my dad and my grandmother were highly diabetic. Dad has severe neuropathy in his hands and his feet. His left leg, he couldn't even feel it. Like there was no feeling whatsoever. And I remember a few nights before he passed, within the first year, him being in his chair and just crying in pain because, you know, there was a time he didn't have a job. He couldn't work because of his physical impairments. And, he was on state aid and he could only get so much pain meds for his neuropathy. And man, I mean, it was like a zombie. I swear, I'm not trying to make fun of my dad, but the way he dealt with it and cried out in pain and groaned, and I even joked about it with him. I was like, dude, you're turning into a zombie. He's like, man, I wish I was undead. At least I would have regenerative properties. I had to give him kudos on that because he understood what zombies meant. Although, notoriously, zombies don't have regenerative qualities. They just keep moving and shambling, but still. I gave him credit for that because it was kind of a cool little attempted nerdy call out. We hung out a lot, and he learned a lot from me pertaining to movies and games. So I gave him credit. But, you know, he dealt with neuropathy, and that's something I've always feared. Knock on wood. You know, with losing weight, with losing 20 pounds the last few months, I've been doing good, man. Been watching my eating. I've been hitting my bike for about a mile each morning and a mile at night. I've kind of been thrown off lately because of my back, but I've been doing good about it. So proud of myself on that front. It's hard to say that. Not a whole lot of people can say that because we get caught up in everyday life, you know. We just live day to day. But another thing to remember is to live for your future too. Let your past show you what could be in the future. And while you can live your day to day, but always live for your future as well. It's important. It's really important. So, it's always something to remember, you know. And if you can't, teach yourself. When you're kind of like I am, you're an old dog. You hate new tricks. You know, you're set in your ways. Even at my age, mid-30s, I've been through so much, and it's hard to adapt sometimes. It's hard to want to learn new things and try new things, and you know, reset yourself in ways. And that's what I'm having to do physically. But you know, sometimes it's important, and that's what I'm learning. You know, so come a long way. I've come a long way, and I still got a long way to go. So I'm proud of myself on that front. And, you know, for what it's worth, I'm proud of the community. I get stories, I get DMs, people sharing stuff with me off and on, and most of y'all are growing and developing into human beings. Some in their early 20s, some teenagers. You guys are coming into your adulthood, and it's amazing to hear these stories, man. It's amazing to hear about your life experiences. And I see a lot of what's really funny, especially where I work. I see a lot of my younger self in some of these guys. They're you know, they're bigger guys. They're always their personal habits, health habits, and I look at them and I'm just like, oh, they got to work on that, you know. And I try to. I don't mean to like go all old man and just be like, hey, listen here, youngin. You know, you got to work on that posture. You got to, you know, did you brush your teeth? I feel like the oldest guy in the office, man. I swear to God, even at 36. It's nuts, but I see myself in some of these situations, and it's just like I've been there and done that. And I'm reaching that age, you know. I'm reaching that age where I'm noticing that shit. And I'll be honest, it drives me nuts. It drives me nuts because I'm getting older. I'm not old, but I'm getting older. And, you know, I try to do what I can, especially for family and friends, especially for the community. That's why I do these vlogs, is to help people, maybe provide something. So, I know that feel. Doing something similar with my eating habits, replacing one meal a month with sushi seems to be helping with my knees. Really? I didn't know that. Personal note, I can't stand sushi. I don't know why. I tried it. Never again. Never again. I'll tell you what I have done, though. I'm still eating microwave food, but I'm eating the Marie Calendar and Health Habits food or something like that. It's a health brand. And it's really good. I mean, like these meals you think would be tons of sodium. It's only like 500 milligrams of sodium. So, you know, I can eat like 2 or 3 of them a day if I wanted to. Whoa, what's going on with the... That was weird. So yeah, it's crazy. But yeah, eating habits are really important. My work schedule, though, is nuts. So it's hard to get a decent eating schedule because I'm 1 o'clock in the afternoon to 10 at night. So I'm trying to work it to where I eat a fairly big brunch kind of thing, a medium actual lunch at like 6 o'clock, and then when I get home I might have a sandwich or maybe, I don't know, something, chips, something like that. So it's crazy. It's either the omega acids from the fish or the wasabi, but something is nuking the pain. Dude, man, I'm glad. I'm really glad. Speaking of which, my muscle damage. So see, here's the way it unfolds, right? When I get up in the mornings, I can barely move my right hip. It's fucking horrific. And I don't even want to move. Like, the pain is so bad and so stiff that my body is just like, dude, we're not moving. I ain't doing it. I ain't doing it because I know what's going to happen if I move, and I ain't going through it. But my brain, thankfully, my brain is more powerful than my body. I have to push myself. I have to push myself to get out of bed. But thankfully, the doctors actually give me some muscle relaxers that should help a lot. I've already been taking ibuprofen for the pain, and it helps. I told her how much I was taking for ibuprofen for the pain, and she looked at me. She's like, "Are you out of your mind?" I was like, "Look, I just had to get through the day. I mean, you know, I can only do so much right now until my benefits kick in, and this shit's over the counter." So I wasn't apparently breaking the recommended level or like the max level, but I was damn near to the top on how much I was using. And she's just like, "Kenny, I'll give you some muscle relaxers. Don't be taking that much ibuprofen." Because I would take like 4 ibuprofen in the morning, 200 milligrams each, 4 at night, 2 in the middle of the day, which I think amounts to like 2,000 milligrams. Well, no, 16. Yeah, no, it's about 2,000 milligrams of ibuprofen just to get through the day. But anyway, so the pain is crazy when I wake up because I'm sleeping. You know, I'm tossing and turning, staying still and whatnot. So it's horrible. As I go throughout the day, though, and I get up and walk and move, it helps my hip and it helps my back too. 400 mils from max, right? Yeah, it's nuts. So it gets better at night. Like right now, it's decent. I mean, it's manageable. So, you know, that's when they diagnosed me with muscle damage. They didn't say it was a tear. They just said it was damaged, where it's probably close to a tear. It was probably becoming, you know, close to it, which would have sucked. Especially with just starting a job, barely moving. Thankfully, it's a sit-down job, but still. But anyway, that was the whole reason for the visit yesterday, was to get the accommodation paperwork to deal with my back problems. So 7-hour drive, totally worth it. They worked with me financially, which I'll always be thankful for. Interesting side note, ended up having to pay extra though, because apparently I had a balance due because my previous insurance came back, and in the last year, the copay I paid, they said no, no, we're not going to do that. It was actually supposed to be triple what you were paying for 3 or 4 visits. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, well, I budgeted for a certain amount, but I guess I got to pay extra so I can, you know, see the doctor. Like I said, they worked with me on it, which was awesome, but that past insurance totally screwed me. I won't throw any names, but they screwed me big time. It was originally like a $20 copay, and then they jacked it up to like 60 or 70 for these past 3 or 4 visits per visit. So thankfully, I like her. I'm gonna miss her because, again, that's in East Texas and I can't make the trip every time. I gotta find one locally, but man, she was a great doctor. Again, I won't give any names just for personal reasons, and she knows I'm a vlogger, so she said, you know, don't mention me on this, whatnot. So I was like, oh, no. I always give vague details, so. But yeah, it was nuts, man. But anyway, got through it. They worked with me. They put in the paperwork yesterday, I believe. Now my job, it's looking everything over, and it's been requested that I get more breaks to stand up, move around, doing what I do, and a stand-up desk as well. So that'll help. You know, I can be up and down and move as needed. And the real kicker here is that it's not like something I can just say, okay, I need to sit down permanently or I need to stand up permanently. or if I just lay down every so often. No, that's not how my back works. My back is so fucking all over the place. It can flare up, it can be solid, it can be strong, it can be weak. It sucks, man. It sucks. So it's just like, if I can't stand or sit, I have to lay down. If I can't lay down or stand, I have to sit. And if I can't, one of three, it says, no, you got to do the other thing. I was like, what do you want of me? What do you want? Do you need a new spine? Do I have to kill somebody and harvest a new spine? Is that really what I have to do? I don't want to go to prison. But sometimes, and some nights, the pain may be worth prison time. Some random bum, or I don't know, it's horrible. But it's crazy. That's big pharma for you. Screw the little guy. Yeah, basically, right? Except, see, that's what's a pain in the ass. It's just like, if it wasn't for us, there wouldn't even be these companies. You know, we are. Ugh, but don't get me started. So anyway, that's getting older for you. You know, muscle problems, back problems. Unless you take care of yourself, start working out more, eat healthier. Try any way you can. Any way you can. Try not to stress the fuck out over the little shit. That is one thing I've learned the past 3 or 4 years. You think I would have learned it earlier in life with the bullshit I went through. But the past 3 or 4 years, I have tried to build up a tolerance and an immunity to small bullshit stress. Because I was that guy. My anxiety was so high in my 20s. It was all internal. Sometimes I had my episodes, but good God, just don't stress the small bullshit. As much as people want to amplify it, as much as they want to get you to feed into it and be pissed off about those little bullshit details in life, don't let them do that. Don't. It's so fucked up how people feed on that shit. You know? It really is. And thankfully, I can't speak for everybody, but I'm learning to recognize when people want to do that. When people want you to be angry about those small little things. That's just a small thing, but they're blowing it the fuck up. Because they either feed on it or they don't know any better. Or they're in a moment, you know. We all do it. We all do it. We're all guilty. But as you get older, you start to notice it, and you're just like, chill the fuck out. You know? It is what it is. It is what it is. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. I might know a guy. Spinal column replacement for about 500 or so. I got a bone to pick with you. No, that takes a lot of backbone to offer that. Thank you, man. You got my back. Dude. I'm all over the place at work with the puns. People love it. Most people love it. Oh, some people are. I literally did one today, and I swear to God, because we have a Teams chat, I swear to God, I did. What was it about? They had to, some of the other employees helped another employee change some tires, right? I put in the chat, I went, did you guys go round and round with her tire? Are y'all tired? You know, I'm sorry for the puns, but that's just how I roll. I swear to God, I heard a sigh from the other side of the building. I just heard this. Because one of my teammates, they saw it. They know what to expect with me, man. It's so fucking awesome. Oh man, but man, I laughed out loud. Thankfully, I wasn't on a call, but I laughed my ass off when I heard that sigh. I was like, well, my job is done. But anyway. Hey, Real Bear, what's up, man? Good to see you. Favorite quote all time, it is what it is, right? Hey, dude, how's life? It's been a bit. Several by the sounds, LMAO. Laughter's a great medicine, too. That it is. That it is. Yeah, I, you know, for all the suffering I'm doing with my back with my current job, I love it. You know, I'm still in my 90 days, so there's still a little bit of anxiety about doing my job right and whatnot. There always will be. But I'm liking it. And you know, they did it with everybody, but they asked straight up because the way things are going at work, everything's kind of coming into its own. You know, they're building these new parts of the company. Everything was third party, but they're bringing everything in house. And so I'm at a prime spot where the company's building up, and they approached me and they're just like, you know, would you be interested in higher leadership positions? And I told them straight up, I said, I will at some point, but right now, I just want to focus on doing my job and mastering it. Because, you know, I draw upon my previous experience with another company, which shall remain unnamed, and I'm looking to work my way towards a certain part of the company, and I know I can do that by mastering what I'm doing right now in my role. So, you know, I've been approached and it's been mentioned, so it's pretty exciting. And you know, there are quotas that they like to meet, but it's very relaxed, very chill, and it's not as military, the term I use, as previous jobs. So it's pretty great, and it's a nerdy fucking place to work too. I'll tell you that much. Very nerdy. I had me and a coworker. We're getting to know each other a bit. Really cool guy. We played MTG Arena at lunch. Kicked his ass with my red-white deck. It's mainly Angels and oh man, what do I have in there? I got two decks. I got a black and white deck and a white and red deck, and you know, kicked his ass. Although he would have had me at one spot, but he hesitated. I was getting land hosed, and then I ended up drawing 3 board clears, and it won the game for me because the engine started working. It's a token deck ish, and it kicked in, so it was pretty cool. So yeah, man, it's great. I mean, look, for all the suffering I'm having to go through, there are other parts of my life that are equaling out, and that's the balance in the universe. That's the balance in the universe, and that's another thing I've noticed as I got older. You gotta find balance as much as you can, because if you can't find balance, if you're putting too much in one area and not enough in the others, you're gonna flop. You know, you're gonna fall by the wayside in some regard. And for all the good that's gonna be in your life, there's gotta be, as bad as it sounds, there's gotta be some give. In my case, again, as depressing as this may sound, I think there has to be some suffering. For some reason. I don't know. And I qualify my back in that regard. Because right now, aside from a few financial hurdles, I'm enjoying my solitude, I'm enjoying my job, I'm enjoying my car. It's a little bit of a commute, but I get to listen to audiobooks, I kick on lo-fi beats, chill before I go to work, I got a decent schedule, I'm not facing a lot of traffic, I got a decent place with decent internet, I get knock on wood, and it's a lot more than most can say, you know. But again, I restate, universally, the rhythm of the universe, the rhythm of life, there's got to be balance, and you know, it's really up to us to find it. It's really up to us to find it, because if we don't, you get overwhelmed, you get what feels like nothing's working out, and it's hard to keep it though. It's really hard to keep it, and it takes working at it to try to get it right. Even when you get it right, it can still get fucked up. But you know, it is what it is. There's a lag in the video. I don't know why. Kind of sucks. It's not that bad. Could be worse. But anyway. So there's all that. Poor roast for the win, dude. Yeah. That actually came up, and when we were talking about it, I was kind of disappointed because I wanted Razia Archangel in the deck. It's an old school card I remembered. It was a great card. That and Necroma Angel of Wrath. But yeah, it was really cool. Hey Indian, how you doing, man? Good to see you. So anyway, y'all, listen, thank y'all for chilling. Thank y'all for hanging out. We're going on close to 40 minutes here. I got to get something to eat. Again, it's all about balance and that health. So hopefully some of this might have been helpful. Big shout out to Riolu for, sharing some of his stuff and interacting and everything. Robert, it's good to see you, sir. Everybody that was lurking, you guys rocked. Thank you, as always. We'll be back with something soon. I don't know what, but we'll see. Obviously, Last of Us on Sunday. That much I can say. And, potentially more from there. Probably more Overwatch. Probably definitely some World of Warcraft at some point. More Diablo. Probably some MTG Arena, as much as I'm getting back into it. Obviously, Pokemon coming up with Brilliant Pearl. And I'm looking forward to that. Looking forward to playing another Pokemon game and beating the shit out of trainers and gym leaders. It's pretty fun, not gonna lie. Especially beating the shit out of little chibi characters. Yeah. It's fun as hell. Tomorrow's Diwali. Victory of good over evil celebration, a festival of light. May the Lord fill your life with good health and light. Hey man, ditto. Thank you. I like that, by the way. Victory of good over evil celebration. I like that. That's cool. All right. Well, y'all take it easy. Stay safe. Stay sane. Remember, you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. As I always say, and as I 100% put my heart into every freaking time I gotta say it. Because you're worth it. And the minute you start believing you're not worth it, slap yourself and say, what the fuck you doing? You're worth it. Quit putting yourself down. Quit doing this to yourself. People will want to do this to you, but you don't do that to you. You're worth and you're worthy of whatever may come your way. Just don't kill people. Killing people is wrong. So always taking advantage of people. Don't do that. No bueno. And if you do that, I'll disown you. I promise you that. I straight up will disown you. Much like I lost what I was going to say. Damn it, I had a really good joke lined up. I was going to say, much like I have disowned, and then I was going to name a celebrity, but I forgot who I was going to say. So, there's that. Oh, much like I have disowned Joss Whedon. So, there's that. Anyway, all right, y'all. Well, listen, take it easy. Have a good night. I'll see you in the next night or two with something late night, as always. I'm hoping next year, sometime around January. Man, I'm 3 months away from being 37. Birthday's on the 27th of January. Aquarius for the win. Anyway, I'm hoping sometime around there, and I might be able to get a better schedule or a different schedule that will allow for streaming like we used to. But we'll see. No promises. But I got a job to do, and I'm liking it. But I do miss you guys. I do miss the streams I was able to do at 7, 8 o'clock. But we'll see what happens. All right. See y'all guys. Have a good day tomorrow. And again, remember you're awesome. Never let the world tell you otherwise. Peace.